Thinking of war with humans? Best of luck. Alien Ambassador speaks. The crystalline halls of the Galactic Confederation's Central Command hummed with tension as Ambassador Vexthera activated the holographic communication array. Her 8-limbed form, evolved from the deep oceans of Kepler 442b, undulated gracefully as she addressed the assembled war council of 12 different species. Esteemed colleagues, her voice resonated through universal translators. I stand before you today not as an advocate for humanity, but as a voice of pragmatic reason. The motion to declare war on Earth's dominant species is inadvisable. General Korthak, his reptilian scales gleaming under the artificial suns, hissed his disagreement. They are primitive mammals, Ambassador. Their technology is barely capable of interplanetary travel. We possess antimatter drives, quantum weaponry, and dimensional folding capabilities. Vexthera's bioluminescent patches flickered in what her species considered amusement. General, I have spent 3 Earth decades studying these primitive mammals. Allow me to illuminate why your confidence is catastrophically misplaced. She manipulated the holographic display, showing Earth's blue marble suspended in space. Humans are not merely tool users. They are adaptation incarnate. When their ancestors faced the ice ages, they didn't migrate to warmer regions like sensible species. They invented fire, crafted clothing, and thrived in conditions that should have killed them. The Zephyrian delegate, a gaseous entity contained within an environmental suit, spoke through electromagnetic pulses. Surely they're physical limitations. Physical limitations? Vexthera interrupted, her appendages dancing across the controls. The display shifted to show human athletic achievements. These beings regularly push their bodies beyond biological breaking points for recreation. They climb mountains that could kill them, dive to ocean depths that should crush them, and run distances that would exhaust our military units. Pain, to humans, is frequently optional. Commander Silix of the Mechanized Collective processed this information through his cybernetic implants. Their technology remains centuries behind ours. But observe their innovation velocity. The hologram now displayed human technological progression. In merely 70 Earth years, they progressed from powered flight to lunar landing. In another 50, they created global communication networks and artificial intelligence. Their learning curve isn't linear, it's exponential. Vexthera paused, allowing her words to settle. But technology isn't humanity's greatest weapon. Their psychology is. The War Council stirred uneasily as she continued. Most species fight until defeat becomes probable, then surrender to preserve resources. Humans fight hardest when defeat seems certain. They have a psychological defect, or gift, depending on perspective, that prevents rational surrender. She displayed historical footage of human conflicts. When their city of Stalingrad was surrounded, they fought from rubble. When their Pacific fleet was destroyed at Pearl Harbor, they rebuilt it larger. When facing extinction-level threats, they don't despair, they innovate. General Korthak's tail lashed impatiently. Numbers, Ambassador. We outnumber them billions to 1. Numbers that become irrelevant when humans feel existentially threatened, Vexthera replied. They possess over 14,000 nuclear weapons, enough to sterilize their own planet. A species that would rather destroy their world than surrender, it is not one to underestimate. The hologram shifted to show human space infrastructure. Consider this. In the mere decades since achieving spaceflight, they've established permanent orbital habitats, lunar bases, and Mars colonies. If we attack Earth, we'll be fighting not just one planet, but a distributed civilization. Vexthera's form darkened to deep purple, her species' expression of grave seriousness. But the most compelling reason to avoid war with humans? They make the galaxy's finest allies and most terrifying enemies. I've observed their capacity for both cooperation and vengeance. They will share their last meal with strangers, then hunt their enemies across generations. She deactivated the display and faced the council directly. Fellow beings, I have studied warfare across 43 species. None combine humanity's adaptability, innovation, psychological resilience, and sheer stubborn refusal to accept defeat. They are not the strongest or smartest species in the galaxy, but they might be the most dangerous. The council chamber fell silent as Vexthra delivered her final words. If you wish to wage war against humans, I suggest you first ask yourself, are you prepared to fight a species that considers extinction preferable to surrender? Because that, esteemed colleagues, is exactly what humans are. The motion for war was quietly withdrawn.